Hey, what's up, guys? Thought I'd do a video. Maybe I should have a while ago, but I didn't. So I was gonna do a little video on this Toyota that been working on. I drive 45 minutes to work one way, so my big diesel truck started hurting on gas when diesel prices started going up and stuff. So I found this little truck. Let me show it to you. All right, so this is a 1994 Toyota pickup truck. Yes, it's on jack stands, but it does run. Like I said, I should have done a video a long time ago, but this is just one of those commuter trucks that I just needed running so I can drive back to work, because that truck was starting to kill me in gas. Diesel, it's diesel fuel. I know, I said gas, but this thing was costing me about $11–12 a week, and that truck was about 70. So big difference. So what have I done on this truck? Everything. I'm just kidding. Obviously we did an oil change right off, and then I had to do a new fuel pump and a new gas tank because it was all rusted. I tinted the windows because it was incredibly hot. New tires right off. New battery. I did change the AC compressor. It's down there, brand new. I even pulled a vacuum and got it charged up. It's working perfect. You can't tell it, but I did pressure wash it. It looked a whole lot worse than it does right now. But it's still dirty. It's just stained up, old. But anyways, oh, and the intake box was rotted, and it looked like something had chewed on the bottom of it. But I did buy this adapter from eBay. It was like $11, and I already had this filter. It's already dirty, but that kept me from having to spend whatever eBay wanted. I think it was like $65 for that thing. Anyways, inside the cab, I did a cheap Walmart radio. It was like 40 bucks. That fit right in there. Did a couple speakers. The next thing I want to do is I really want to get another dash. This whole piece that's missing right here was rotted. If you touch it, it would literally just fall apart. But anyways, this is my little work truck. It's not a whole lot to talk about, but amazingly I get a lot of comments about this truck on how nice it is and how much people like it. I've had people offer it. Just today I was at O'Reilly's. The guy offered me $4,000 for it right off the bat, sight unseen. So anyways, that made me, my wife said, why aren't you doing YouTube videos on it? And I said, I don't know, maybe I should. So I leave at 5 in the morning, and it's, well, a little earlier than that, about 4:45 in the morning. It's super dark, so as you can tell, we're gonna do some headlights. The reason I want to do this video is because I'm upgrading to the LED headlights, and I wanted to show you how to make the new LEDs work properly. Not if you do them wrong, then you can have a lot of issues with shorting out, blinking lights, burn up wires, stuff like that. So give me a second. I don't have a tripod with me, so I'm gonna take the light out and I'll show you what I'm doing. All right, as you can see, I had to pull the grill off. It wasn't too hard. You pull the 2 screws out each side. And when I say it wasn't too hard, it was a pain. But all these clips come out, and unfortunately my grill will probably not be as tight as it ever was. But as you can see, most of my clips broke. Little tip, like I said earlier, my truck is on jack stands because the starter went out and they didn't have one in stock. So I left it on jack stands, and it made it easier. I was able to get up underneath the bumper and pop out that clip there and that clip from behind, and that made it a lot easier. So little tip there for you. Now here's the new headlights, Amazon specials. They are LED, and that's what we had. So this is going. It's just the sealed beam thing. Anyways, another thing, disconnect your battery so you're not shorting anything out. I used to have a bad habit of that, but I don't like burning stuff up. So anyways, now what we gotta be careful with, I did buy the harness. This is a relay harness. It comes with the 2 relays, the plugs. This plug here plugs into your old socket here, and then the plug from the light plugs in here. But this model truck, this plug is different. The ground is on top, and on this one, the ground is on, looking at it, would be on the left. Sorry, you're not even in the camera. Looking at it from the left like that, the ground is over here. So luckily, I did go ahead and buy this little converter. Now, I'm gonna do this to make it work, but I don't like all these plugs. I don't like having one there, these, those plugs, that plug, the one on the other side. It seems like a lot, so I think on another day I will probably run from the relay box here. I already started looking at it a little bit. From the relay there, all that's doing is triggering these relays, right? So why not trigger those relays directly from that box? Now that's a good bit more wiring, so that's for another day. So for today, this is what I'm using. So this will convert everything over, and hold on to get it all plugged in, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so everything I just said beforehand about this plug is false. With this harness that I bought, that's why I wanted to buy this harness. I felt better buying this. Luckily with Amazon Prime, I can send these back. I don't need them. So what I did was a little bit of trial and error. What was weird, when I had the battery unplugged, I was getting continuity to ground on both sides of this plug, and I didn't understand why. But what I realized was, I think because I had the switch on in the truck, I was getting, that doesn't even make sense. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you right now, I have no idea. But I undid that. I plugged just this harness in that I bought to the light like it's supposed to, and everything works perfect. So I need one ground on each side. I need a power. This will go straight to the battery with the fuse, or I'll try to find a source there and make all that look nice. And the light works. So for now, I'm gonna turn the camera back off, and I'm gonna put everything together the way it's supposed to be, and then I'll show you what I did. All right, so not trying to make this video too cut up, but just trying to document everything I'm doing. Turn the camera on one-handed. So I took the battery out, and I decided I want to put these relays inside here like that. And I don't want to be an overachiever, so I'm gonna get one screw. Funny thing was, when I got ready to go look for a screw, I looked down and there was a screw in that crack. I don't know why, but I guess it was meant to be. So that'll be right there. Alright, there you have it. Like I said, I only have one screw, and I'm not gonna, maybe I'll find another screw before I'm done. Anyways, that's it. So this wire here needs to go to the battery, which is here, and I'll try to make it look nicer to where it doesn't look bad. And then you just run these wires through here and get everything plugged up. So hold on one second. All right, so I got the battery back in. I did forget to put a screw in that relay. Battery's back in. That's not gonna happen. Good news is my harness has been checked over. Gotta love stuff from China. You should have seen the instructions. Oh, they're great. Anyways, I tied in the power here. I'll just zip tie this here, and I'm gonna mount this. I used to be able to buy the clips that go on the back of these fuses, and you can mount them somewhere, but this kit didn't come with one, so I'm wondering if I can find one again, because I would like to mount that somewhere. Anyways, I'll zip tie it for now. It was funny, this bolt right here was 11 millimeter. I didn't know anything actually use 11 millimeter. I thought that was just a socket to make it look like you had more sockets. That's done. I still haven't changed that light. Check that out. can't. It's too bright. That's his low beams. So, yeah, I'm going to be one of those guys with LED lights. I'm tired of getting blinded in the middle of the night. But, there's a big but there. I'm not going to be that guy that everything's in your eyes. See this screw right here? And this is for everybody. Adjust your lights. It's not that hard. Left, right, up, down. Every car has it somehow or another. It may not look like that, but they're there. All you have to do is adjust your lights. Get the vehicle level ground. You want it straight ahead. You want it pointed down. You actually want to be able to see the light transition when you're on low beams, if that makes sense. So I will adjust these lights when I get them on, but I just wanted you to see what they look like. I think it's gonna be a big difference. So let's get everything plugged back up and back together. Since I got someone holding the camera, I got the best looking videographer in the world holding the camera. I know I'm lucky. I figured I'd show you how easy it was to swap this light out. Trying to hurry. I have a powered screwdriver, but I'm not smart enough to use one. I just keep doing it the hard way. So, there's that. Pull the light out. Pull that nasty plug off there. Like my wife said, these would probably make a difference just because they're clear. These are like, well, that one's clearer than the other one, but they look yellow. I guess the light's yellow too, so these LED lights, I'm hoping will help a good bit. Don't you think? Maybe. I figured this way at least I can see the deer before I hit it, but I'm trying to get where I don't take the plastic off yet. So I'll plug this in. Pretty simple plug and play application. What?
About to drop the camera. Just trying to move her.
Yeah, that's it. Now, as I'm sitting here putting this back together, I'm sitting here thinking I might close out this video tonight, get it dark outside, and come out here and adjust these headlights and show you how I adjust these headlights. But the bad thing about that is the best way to do it is find a flat wall, like a garage or a you know, like a side of a building or something like that, to where you can kind of adjust your lights. I ain't got a starter. So anyways, there's those. Let's check them out, see if they work. Well, I know one works. There's low beam. It's not on?
It's not on.
For real? You sorry thing. Oh, because I plugged in the wrong one. See? That's why it doesn't work, folks. So, you want to come in here. I'm a dummy. I ran this whole harness all the way over here. This goes into the new light. And I still gotta, that harness won't be used because it's jumping off of that one over there. So all I gotta do now is find a good ground that doesn't look ridiculous. I know there's a ground right here. I gotta move the intake. So
thought you were going to try it.
Oh, did that scare you? I'm sorry. Maybe wonders. This is a Milwaukee air ratchet or a electric ratchet knockoff. This is from Amazon. My wife bought it for me for my birthday. It's incredible. It works really good. I like it. And it was a whole lot cheaper than the Milwaukee one, doesn't it? All right, let's take 2 or 3 or whatever it is. The high beam both work. Well, they look good from here. All right. Now, so I ran the plug for this side underneath this coolant tank here, along this piece of whatever, and then under this side too, so it's pretty well held up there. I'm going to try to get a zip tie around just this one so it's not flopping around, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I can't get it rolled behind there. Nope, it's taking off wherever. Oh well, I guess I'm not going to zip tie that, but I have a feeling I'm going to need zip ties to put my whole grill back together, because every plastic piece on this thing is broke. So this is a 94 Toyota. I know the 95s are completely different. Well, sort of different, but these stay on here, the side lights. So I don't know how they popped out, and I didn't want to break them, so I just took them off together. So don't forget to plug those side markers in before you do all this. But I'm trying to be really careful. I don't want to scratch my paint. That was a joke if nobody understood. Is it ring? Alright. Did I plug it in? These little plugs on the side markers, they go in really far, so make sure you push it all the way in. I didn't have that one plugged all the way in just now. So like I said, this is going to be, you just kind of just snap it back in. I'm hoping some of these will hold it tight, but most of them are broken and it really stinks. I guess like I said, I can, how'd that go in there? It's supposed to go below that. There it goes. Another tip, I'm full of tips. The top tier relay cover is a great screw holder. Just don't tip it over. Anybody see where that went?
Right behind you. Right there next to the drop cord.
Alright. These screws right here on the side is going into plastic, so you don't want to go crazy on these. That's how I ended up starting this whole project with this screwdriver, because I figured my power screwdriver would break everything, and it probably would have. So I guess I'm all right. That one didn't even tighten that well. Stinking plastic. It's all dry rot and old and brittle. But these side markers on both sides look newer. I don't know if the previous owner had just changed these, but before me, this was a one owner truck. I actually worked with a guy that had this truck, and before he sold it to me, I got a new he replaced the transmission, new clutch, pressure plate, I believe the radiator. So it's hopefully it'll stop breaking down on me. Hopefully. Don't forget to put your relay cover back on. And I think that's it. Get my mess up. And oh, I think those look a lot better. What you think? Woman, a few words. All right. So I'm gonna turn the camera off. I'm gonna give it a few hours. When it gets dark tonight, I may just put it down on the ground and use our other car as like a wall and see if I can adjust them. The reason I went ahead and put the grill on, if you look, and I'm showing you this now while it's daylight, but there's little notches in this grill to adjust. Oh, right here on top of the grill, and then a little notch here, and this adjusts your lights up and down and left and right. If you get LED headlights, well, if you get new headlights at all, please do this part. So the next part we do, to me, is most important. You don't want people flashing their lights at you, or just be courteous to people. Please adjust your headlights down. It's not that hard. It takes like 5 minutes. So for us, it's gonna be a few hours. For you, it's gonna be a second. So give us 1 second and it'll be dark. All right, as you can tell, it's dark. I need a camera with a flash on it, or a light on it, I mean. Anyways, it's not pitch dark, but right now the odds are against me. Don't have a starter in it, and to take the starter out, I had to remove the clutch master cylinder, or not the master cylinder, the slave cylinder. So I can't even jump it off to move it. So what we're gonna do, let me flip you around. I moved the other vehicle that was in the way out of the way, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn the lights on. But if you look ahead, I kind of have the odds against me. I just have the tree right there. I can't move it against the building, so just for the sake of this video, I wanted to. All right, now that's just low beam, I believe. That's low beam, and that's high beam. So it's going to be a significant difference. But if you look to the right, let me see if you can see it through the windshield. Yeah, hush. Anyways, the left side's very, very bright. The right side's very dim. Now, I feel like the right light is pointed up towards the sky, and it, you know, probably too far to the left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to bring that right light down and to the right. When you're driving in the country where I live, I'd prefer to have the light go to the right just a little bit so you can see the edge of the road. Kind of helps see deer. So let me get a screwdriver and we'll start adjusting this a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna try not to get the camera where I'm blinding you, but another thing to know, most likely you're gonna kill the battery in your truck or car or whatever, so have a battery charger around, or you know, let it idle when you're doing this. I can throw a battery charger on it later, so I'm not too worried about it. But anyways, like I said, you have your adjustment. Wow, these new lights are bright. I can't even do anything. Anyways, all right, stand away. But down right there is your left and right, and up top is your up and down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to bring this headlight down. So I left the hood cracked, and inside there is the screw, and I'm gonna bring it down. So that means I'm gonna screw it out. One other thing you may have to do is, there's a spring holding it, It seems to be coming down pretty good. So if you watch the tree, I try to watch 2 things at one time. It's about impossible. And film, but we're getting there. So I'm gonna, you can see it's lighting up the trees really bad. So I'm gonna keep going. Matter of fact, hold on, I'm gonna cheat. All right, so I'm back. I got me a powered screwdriver because I have a feeling I'm gonna have to run it out a good bit. It's so bright. It's so bright. I don't know if you can see that on camera. Let's see. Yeah, you might be able to see it. But you're actually, I should have moved it a good bit. And I want to go ahead and bring this one down a little bit. I need to charge the battery on this thing. Clayton, watch out, please. Get out of the shadows. Here. So that's definitely brought it down, because if you look, you know, this is actually a hill. It's hard to tell, but down that hill is more lit up instead of the tree. I know the tree is very lit up high, so I got to bring it down some more, I think. Now when my brights are on, I don't care where they're shining. I don't care if it lights up every tree down the road I'm driving, but when I'm driving down the road, I'm not gonna blind people.
Are your lights already, brights already on?
No.
I wonder how bright it is when you're right on.
All right. That seems better. Let's look at it from inside the cab. Move, Clayton. Oh yeah. You can, even though I don't have a, let me close the door. Oh, much better. Even though you don't have a defined line like a building, what you're looking for is, if you see my hand in the dark, that definitive line right there. It's a lot more, obviously you have light going up, I can't help that, but you can kind of tell about middle ways up. Now when you hit the brights, that's really making a difference. But I still feel like it's more focused to the center. So I want to bring that right headlight to the right some, and maybe even that left headlight to the left just a hair. But for now, I think that's good enough until I get it on a building. So let's turn the lights off. All right, so that's it. I feel like I've started and stopped the camera like 18,000 times during this short video, which is probably not gonna be short. But I'm hoping it helps. If anybody else decided to do any type of sealed beam headlight replacement, this works on old Chevys, old Toyotas, old maybe even old Hondas, I can't remember. Anything in the early 90s all the way up until even mid 90s. I think 96, 97 is when they started going to the removable halogen bulb. So but I know the 80s and 90s and stuff, a lot of had that sealed bulb, so maybe this will help. Like I said, I do suggest the relay kit. Even if it works when you plug it in, these lights pull, even though they're LEDs, they still pull a lot more amperage than the original halogens. So I would definitely look into adding the relays, you know, because they have their own power source. You know, I think it's better off. Anyways, I'll quit jabbering about it. It's too bright now, you can't tell, but they're done. So thank y'all for sticking it out. If you're here at the end of this video, that means I feel like I've entertained you enough. So please subscribe to our channel, like the videos, that really helps me, and y'all stay tuned for more. I might go ahead and do another video finishing up the starter and firing it up for y'all and seeing what it looks like. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good day.